Let me tell you, a couple of people that I know went to these parties, and I would say a month later they ended up HIV positive. So there goes that word again.
If you do decide to go, be very, really careful.
I mean, and I'm telling you, gay men, if you are the catcher, make sure that you are turning around every stroke to make sure that that condom is still on. I'm telling you, because some of these dudes, I mean, especially when you're out there and you're high and you got E in your system, you got weed in your system, and I'm telling you, you get some of these men who will fool you. They get in there and they're pumping away, and you're in la la land and you're feeling oh so good, and oh my God, it feels so good, and you know, he's all up in your guts. That was so nasty. And by the time they get mid-stroke, they will pull out, pop that condom off, and it'll feel like just a regular stroke, and you wouldn't know the difference.
No, sir.
You know,
I didn't like it.
And next thing you know, you got this guy up in it, which is probably what happened to both of my friends, because the one guy that I asked, I said, listen, when he told me that he was sick because he had gotten sick and he just kept having these flu-like symptoms, he could not get over this cold. He was, his throat was hurting, he was having these headaches, his back was hurting, a runny nose, but it was like going on for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he couldn't get rid of it. So finally went to the doctor, said, listen, I can't get rid of this flu, or I can't get rid of this cold. And they, came up with this, well, have you ever been tested for HIV? And he's like, well, no, but I don't, I don't think I need to be tested for that. And lo and behold, he got tested for HIV and came out positive. And it's like, listen, this is something that for 1 hour or 2 hours of pleasure, this is something that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. And it's not, yes, there's medicines out there that, help you get over it, that, that help you stay alive longer. But you have to admit that for these 2 hours of pleasure, this thing is going to be be with you for the rest of your life, and it's constantly killing you.
Yeah, and this goes back to these download men too. These people go to these sex parties, and they'll go do whatever they want. They come catch a disease and they bring it back to the wife, and then the wife comes and she spreads it.
It's bad, y'all. Listen.
Whatever you guys do, man, be very careful.
Be very careful.
Wear a condom,
we can't tell y'all not to
dam.
stop doing it. We can't tell y'all to stop doing it. We can't tell y'all to stop doing it. But the least you can do is protect yourself. And people, as dumb as it sounds, know who you're dealing with. Try to find yourself, at least if you're going to mess around, try to find somebody that, if you download men and feel like, okay, you're going to do this, try to find that one friend or fuck buddy and just keep it strictly that person. Don't get to the point where you're doing this, then you're doing this, and then you're doing this. Because now it comes to a point now, let me tell you what happens. When you catch HIV, all right, this is from me going, doing my studies. This is how I found out that, they have 13-year-olds who are getting tested for this. And what happens is that when you become positive, they have to trace back 6 months every single partner that you have been with. Now, imagine you trying to think, if you're the type of person who goes on Men for Now or Adam for Adam or Black Gay Chat and meet all these different men's for 1 hour of pleasure just to go get either a blowjob or get your ass eaten or to go get, plunged or go do some plunging. The times when you think about if you kiss a man or if you suck a man off or you're doing anal, oral, whatever, how do you know that for that 1 minute that person's all right? Now, the minute you say, okay, you do all of that, but now you go and you mess around with a condom and you do all your sexual stuff with the condom, but now you go to the clinic and you're still positive. And you're wondering, okay, I thought I couldn't catch it this way. I thought I couldn't catch it this way. I thought I couldn't catch it this way. No, you can catch it all ways. Oral is not safe. Anybody go down there, all you need is a cut on your booty hole, somebody got it. Or somebody got a cut in their mouth. That swap of blood, and it's just that little tiny microscopic swap. That's all it needs. It doesn't need a whole gallon of blood. You don't. Because if that was the case, then nobody'd be sick. If it was that type of thing where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to this sex party and I'm going to go, fuck me and kiss me on some guys or whatever. How if you kiss somebody in the mouth, they ain't got, bad gums, that they got bloody gums. Or they have somebody who, you go and you're blowing on the knob, and the next thing you know, they might have a cut on the side and you don't know, and you just taking it all in, You know, I mean, I know it's sounding kind of raunchy, y'all, but you know, there's no better way to tell us just to open up your mind to show you, like, look, this stuff is real. This is something that is going to be with you for the rest of your life. Once you catch it, it is there. There's no shot you can go get. There's nothing that you can do. So you think about that. You go to a sex party. You think about how much HIV is rolling around in there. Literally. You figure you go to a sex party that have up to 150 men walking around butt naked with rock hard, and you just as excited as them. How do you know what somebody has? You cannot tell by looking at them. All right.
You're not Superman. You don't got X-ray vision, so don't think that.
Yeah. Number 3, y'all. Bookstores and porno stores, all down 8th Avenue. Like I said, this is New York City. All down 8th Avenue, New York City, starting from the 34th Street all the way up to 59th Street. The best known and popular store is, wow, 8th Avenue between 34th and 35th Street, next to the 24th. Wow, they are blowing it up. The second floor is legendary, honey. That's what it says. Wow. I need to go check that place out. How I do it.
Wow.
No, I've seen you've went to a couple of porno stores and you see all the dudes standing in the back with the curtain, you know, with the bees and everybody standing back there just looking, and you're like, what the hell are they doing? You know, you think now let me tell you, guys who don't know, you are just dumb blonde. All them dudes that are standing there in the back, no, they are not in there watching movies in the booth. All right, they are waiting back there for somebody to come back there to suck them off. And let me tell you, that is HIV haven also. Okay, so just remember, oral is not safe either. It's not as unsafe as doing regular raw sex, but I mean, it's almost the same. That's why I'm telling you, if you guys need to do it, get yourself a steady partner. Just like you have a steady girlfriend that you're chilling with and your DL, get yourself a steady male partner. If you're going to do this, get yourself a steady male partner that you know that you can do this stuff with all the time, and that they're not out there doing anything to get you sick, or they're not trying to get sick. That's the best way to do it if you're going to do this, because I mean, America, you're going to do what you're going to do, but you know what? The only thing I can do as a radio show host is offer you an option to say, listen, maybe I need to rethink this, because if this is something that I'm going to do, then I might as well do it safely.
Of course.
You know, I mean, especially if you're going to keep your woman and everything like that, okay? Number 2, the gym. Bally's is the main. Bally's, wow. I think that's any gym. Really. It's not just Bally's. Any gym. Platinum gym, you know.
Dolphins.
City gym boys. How they do. The gym. Bally's, the main download gym where most of the download men. A lot goes in these showers, mostly in the late hours. Right after that, I don't know who wrote this, but we could tell he was a big old queen, because right after that, he goes, ciao. And the number 1 spot for down low men, now I don't know if I agree with this, for down low men, prison. Okay, now I'm not understanding that, but most men.
Prison goes for anybody.
Shit. I mean, if you're in there for life, you're in there for life.
You done. That's it.
But it's saying prison. Most men are only gay in jail, and when they come out, they go back to straight. Yeah, okay, but jail is the number 1 place where most down low men meet each other. Remember, there are no females, so ladies, be careful if your man did a 5-year or more bid. That I can agree with, because, I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, because, I mean, human nature is human nature. You're not going to go in jail and not do something. There's only so much beating off you can do. After a while, you're going to want that other flesh-to-flesh contact. And America, yes, that other flesh-to-flesh contact, yes, sometimes it is better to have somebody else touching you than to have. So, you know what? I don't knock anything that goes on in the prison, especially for the brothers that are in there for the rest of their life. They have no other options. So
they don't.
All right. So that number 1, we're going to sort of cut that out and make Bally's number 1 prison. I mean, yes, women, if your man does come out of prison and, you know, they've been in there long enough to say, hey, listen, you know, they know they had no choice but to explore that other side of the light, I guess.